Hi, I'm Elizabeth and I am a second grade teacher in a multicultural school setting. In general, my students speak four different home languages. The families of my students are immigrants who have lived in this country for at most 2 years. In order to properly conduct conferences with students' families, I will need to consider a few things. When communicating with diverse families who speak different languages, I need to make sure the family members feel comfortable and relaxed, provide a translator for them if it is necessary, decide whether or not the child will be part of the conference, and most importantly, encourage parents to share information about their child. In the conference, I need to make sure the parents understand evaluation information, help parents interpret evaluation information accurately, and solicit parental and child input for assessment and planning for the child. In the following two scenarios, I will use the steps in conducting a parent-teacher conference. In scenario 1, I have a family who speaks Portuguese and has been in this country for at most 2 years. I welcome the parent into our classroom and make them feel welcomed by smiling and showing the parent some of the work displayed that their child has done. As we sit down at my kidney table, I ask the parent to share some insight on who their child is through their view. I decide to speak Spanish in a very slow pace so the parent can grasp all the information thrown at them. I make it clear to the parent to please stop me if they need to recap some information. The parent says Portuguese and Spanish are very similar and we can make this work in their own language. I began to show how well behaved their child is and how helpful they are. I share that the child completes work and is always on task. I then share my concerns on even though the child shows excellent class attitude, the child is not doing well on tests and quizzes and it may be due to the language barrier. We begin a progress chart with goals and I agreed to do more intervention with the child. The parent and I agreed to work together and find better ways in order to help the child. In scenario 2, I have a family who is from Haiti and they speak Creole. They have been in this country for at most 2 years. I welcome the parent into our classroom with a warm smile and simple hello. Dad mentions right away that mom does not speak any English, but he does. We agree that I will speak and give him time to translate in Creole to his wife. The student is also attending this conference and will be allowed to give input as to what we can do to help him. I begin the conference by sharing some interesting and amazing artwork of this child. Artistically, the child expresses himself well but has a hard time putting it on paper. He is also able to speak his thoughts but cannot read fluently or write down what he wants to say. Dad agrees with what I am saying, and the child includes that he doesn't know what letters to write because they all come together and turn each other. I begin to inform about dyslexia and about different forms of reading disabilities, and Dad agrees to start a screening. Mom is unsure of the information being addressed and is concerned and begins to cry. Dad reassures me that he will help Mom understand, but that he wants the best for his child, which is why they came to this country. I sent home with Dad the permission for screening, and he says he will talk it over with Mom and come to a conclusion on the future of the child. I grab Mom and take her around the classroom and show her the artwork her son has made for our class, and it brings a warm smile to her face. Thank you.